Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center. The best in
Denver 7, a beautiful day in Colorado, and now we're all hoping it can last through the weekend. Meteorologist Stacey Donaldson is keeping an eye on the radar. So what are we in for, Stacey?
It looks like we have chances for thunderstorms in the afternoons and evenings of the weekend, even though our afternoon highs will be hovering around 80 degrees. So if you want to get some outdoor activities in, I recommend you do it earlier in the day, and then you won't run the risk of running into one of these thunderstorms. Now, it will be warm and dry on Monday, 85 degrees for a high. Pretty much the same on Tuesday, partly cloudy with a high in the low 80s. Then we have another chance for thunderstorms coming in Wednesday and Thursday as our highs drop into the mid to upper 70s.
Thank you, Stacey. And this is what a season of rain and snow has done to the southwestern part of the state. Lake City is desperately trying to get ahead of serious flooding that could come with the next weather event. Avalanches have already brought down debris, and the concern is that could then block the dams, creating a jam that could send trees and rock into the town. And it's not just Lake City. Rivers are rising all across our state thanks to the snow melt, and rapids may pack more of a punch than you're used to. Denver 7's Russell Haythorne explains.
Yeah, this year's cool weather and heavy snowpack into late spring is both a blessing and a curse. It's good for the drought, but bad for runoff, because this year it'll be late and more intense than usual, and it could be deadly along Colorado's rivers.
It truly can be a life or death situation.
They are preparing for the inevitable.
We know people are going to be in the river.
At the moment, Clear Creek and other Colorado creeks and rivers are figuratively at a trickle.
Right now is the lowest it will be the entire year.
We're at historic lows for this date.
But Swiftwater rescue crews warn that can be deadly deceiving, especially to the novice.
With the very high snowpack that we have in the late spring and late warm weather, we haven't seen that snow start to come down yet. I think when it does, it's going to come down in a hurry.
So as the temperatures finally heat up, 4 departments are training all this week, mimicking common scenarios.
Stranded midstream on a rock with a broken hip.
Where someone has a broken pelvis, which we simulate, and we have to put them on a boat and actually bring them across because they're unable to swim.
And then we also unfortunately mimicked what it would be like if we had smaller people who maybe couldn't help themselves.
And while they understand your attraction to being on the water, they also ask for common sense.
Whitewater rafting, we've got kayakers, fishermen, people tube down these rivers. We're not trying to keep people out of the river. What we want is for people to be safe.
If you're not trained recreationally or professionally, there are more risks to moving powerful water than you can imagine.
In Golden, Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
Tonight, deputies are looking for a man accused of assaulting a woman while at Red Rocks. That woman tells investigators she was attacked in the bathroom during the Film on the Rocks event on Tuesday. She was able to get away as more people entered the bathroom. Anyone with information should please contact police. As of tomorrow, RVs will be banned from parking on any Colorado Springs streets for longer than it takes to get gas or stop to get something to eat. This is meant to stop people from living in their vehicles, which has become a growing issue in the Springs. The first time someone is ticketed, they'll pay $25, and then the fees rise until a fourth ticket when they'll be ordered to appear before a judge. Art and math aren't usually subjects we associate with one another, but look carefully at an installation at the Denver Art Museum, and you'll see the numbers are everywhere. Denver 7's Jason Grenauer adds up all the ways it will impact our community.
Art can be many things.
Fantastic.
And in this case,
I like all of them.
it is many, many things.
What does it look like to you?
Look closely. You'll see a dog or a smiley face.
There are drawings, there are paintings, there are sculptures, there are pieces that are made out of clay, there are oil paintings on wood.
But step back, slowly,
Seascapes, skyscapes, landscapes.
to see how many are one.
So this is 10,000 individual pieces. They're all 2 by 2 inches square.
Each individual piece handmade by Denver artist Jonathan Size
To start a conversation.
in only 150 days.
Does he start from the bottom?
Also known as the project's name, #WhatIsUtopia.
There's no cohesive, singular story. It's meant to inspire a multifaceted type of story.
Some stories are shiny.
There's hand-faceted natural gemstones. There's real pearls.
Another even more sentimental.
The gold engagement ring that was my father's when he proposed to my mother, That's included in the boxes.
And once this piece's run comes to an end in November, even more stories will come from it.
All 10,000 pieces will be deconstructed from the column, individually wrapped in brown paper, and then given away as free gifts to 10,000 different people.
Almost need a ladder, don't you?
A way of distributing this wealth of art without requiring any wealth at all.
It's really creating value in experience.
Oh, I love it.
An emotional transaction instead of a monetary one.
At the Denver Art Museum, I'm Jason Grenauer, Denver 7.
Beautiful. And we have all the information about how to get your hands on one of those pieces on thedenverchannel.com. This has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thank you so much for watching. And check back here later tonight for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. I'm Ann Trujillo.